your mind, it is like a gun. And you want to load it up with little itty bitty bullets of knowledge.
What's going on, family? Thank you for tuning in to another episode. It's your guy Boro, the Lucky Libra, and as you can see, we picking it up with the Venus Through the Signs series. All right, so without further ado, let's get right into it with Venus in Aries. All right, so when we talk about Venus, Venus represents our values. Venus represents where we love, what we appreciate, what we want to support, what we want to connect to, where we find our pleasures. All of these energies is just naturally what we value, but it also trickles down into our love language, because these are the things that we seek to find pleasure in other people and in our relationships, and when we're connected to what we love and appreciate. All right, so the way we love and connect, relate to our pleasures, where we find our pleasures, what we support and appreciate, and a lot of our love language has a lot to do with where our Venus is at. Okay, and this is Venus in Aries. So what's Aries? Aries is cardinal fire, ruled by Mars. All right, so this is creating and initiating a new way how to see, feel, okay, dealing with your actions, your passions, your self-intent, your own personal outlook, your own individual action and idea of things, okay. And it's ruled by Mars, so this is your passions, goals, and your desires, okay, your overall intentions, okay, also what could be your anger and frustration. So when you have Venus in Aries, now Venus is debilitated here. All right, so we know Venus deals with our values, appreciating. All right, it deals with compromising, and that's not something that correlates with the Aries energy. So when you have Venus in Aries, you got somebody that values their individuality. You got somebody that values their personal way of seeing things. You got somebody that values their own courage and ambition, and their approach and intent towards connecting to their passion, to their personal passions, to the things they personally into. This person places a lot of their self-esteem into that type of energy. This is something that somebody's gonna have a relationship with Venus and Aries. All right, whether it looks like it's a fruitful relationship at the time or not. But you're dealing with a Venus and Aries person, you're gonna see how they connected to their individuality, the things that they individually into. There's going to be a real intense passion for these things, all right, when it comes to their value system, people, places, and things that they value. Them having to deal, if it's a person they truly value with Venus and Aries, somebody playing around with that person, high sense of vulnerability for this Venus and Aries person. They're strapped, ready to fight, Vaseline on the face, you and your homegirls, Vaseline on the face, Venus and Aries, all right? Or we waiting in the parking lot, we ready to scrap. Venus and Aries, they willing to fight for their values, person, place, or thing. Okay? Now, we know Venus trickles into our love language. So when Venus is in Aries, a lot of debilitation is shown here, because when it comes to valuing and compromising somebody else's input, all right, we know Aries is the self-intent sign. We know it's birthed out the first house. It's dealing with your personal outlook, your personal passions. So when you have this type of alignment, and you in relationships, or you in organizations, associations, situations, experiences, group work, team situations, is like it could be hard to compromise how you individually see things in these situations. It could be hard to align with other people's passions and other people's ways of seeing and feeling about things with Venus and Aries. When we look at our Venus placements, the debilitations are going to be shown by Venus having a hard time relating to that energy, connecting that energy, or relating that energy to others. All right, so when Venus is in Aries, Scorpio, or Virgo, is gonna have its issues because it's debilitated there. They debilitate it all in different ways, but this is where the debilitation comes in with Venus. All right, this is where the love struggles, or the relationship issues, or the clashes with others come in, because your love language could be so strong, Venus and Aries. People date y'all, and it's like y'all don't even understand how y'all subconsciously may put people in situations to have to correlate to how you do things, correlate to, you know, your value system, how you individually see things. Maybe not even express certain things because they know you might not even relate to it or value it like that. Or or even if you do connect or express something about it, it's gonna be a whole new way, a whole different way to see and feel about it. Cardinal fire, Aries, you can't neglect that energy. There's always gonna be newness there, birthness there. Venus and Aries get real excited for their values. They get real excited for their values. Is a person they really value, get excited when they about to connect to this person, link this person, go do this with this person. If it's a creative art that they value, they are artists, they motherfucking determined, charged up, excited, enthusiastic about going to the studio, about, you know, performing, you know. If it's a vacation or event, if it's something that they value, the Aries energy gonna make sure that we dive head first into this value. It's gonna make sure that we let people know we ain't trying to compromise our values. So if you see I value something, and you see me, I got Venus and Aries, and you see every Saturday morning I take my kids to go to motherfucking basketball practice, all right, and we start dating, and you come in and trying to change the schedule with it, you know I value that. What's wrong with you, shorty? You bugging. You bugging. You bugging out. All right? You gonna have a Venus and Aries person feel vulnerable coming into their life trying to rearrange what they personally into. That's gonna make them feel vulnerable. So this is where y'all, but this is why y'all gotta learn to compromise. I have to learn when to value somebody else's way of seeing and feeling about something, somebody else's way of connecting, somebody else's way of dealing with love. I'm not saying y'all gotta compromise to the point where y'all not being yourselves, which that's not gonna happen anyways, but not with Venus and Aries. Venus and Aries value self. Period. So and when I say self, when I say the word self, this is self-insight, self-vision, self-expression, self-action. Like that's what they value. I'm not just saying they just value themselves like in the mirror, and no, not like that. They value their self-intent. They value their individual way of thinking about things. They value their individual approach to things. All right. So it's the frequency vibration. It could play out into them saying shit like I'm the shit. It could play out with them knowing that they the shit. It could play out like that, but the frequency vibration of energy is that's what they value. That first house cardinal fire like energy. All right. So in relationships, they fuck around, respect a motherfucker that got more individual values or individual ways of doing things more than trying to correlate things in relationships. Like it's like Venus is debilitated there and comes with them. Venus is debilitated there and comes with them type of energies, but at the same time, y'all manifest situations where shit, y'all come off so individual and inspiring and shit, valuing y'all self-intent so much, so it play out as sometimes y'all come off so self-inspiring, y'all end up manifesting relationships where people look at y'all like, you are the shit. I'll be submissive to that. I'll connect to that. I'll play my role to that, help fulfill that, learn from that. I need some of that. I need to learn to value my individuality. I need to value my self-esteem. So if you dating a Venus and Aries person, you got like some self-esteem issues, or like, you know, you got insecurities about how you personally express yourself, about what you individually into. It could even trickle down to you talking to this, you dating this Venus and Aries person, and you talking to them about career, or you talking to them about something you struggling with your personal passions. A Venus Aries person is gonna really be, especially if like you dating them or somebody in their personal space, or you somebody they rocking with heavy. They gonna be there to try to inspire you, to get you to see that you're capable individually. You feel me? But they can't take that role, that responsibility too much, because not saying that they can't, they're not going to take that responsibility that much. It's going to get to a point where they're like, I don't know, if you can't see it, then I can't force you to see what you're individually capable of. I can't force you to see it. So that's why in the relationships, if they end up manifesting a relationship where maybe somebody else, the person that they dealing with, got their individual passions, approach to things, and in some type of shape or form, y'all align, and Venus and Aries like that shit. They like knowing that when they not with their partner is individually into something, individually doing something. Venus and Aries, they want that, they like that, they appreciate that, they want to support that. My battery's dying. I hope this shit don't die in the middle of my shit. Alright? Trying to get these energies out from my Venus and Aries. So, I don't know why I ain't checking the batteries. I got my backup battery just in case this dies. But anyways, so yeah, that's like Venus and Aries. That's why y'all love language gonna manifest so strong or so stubborn at times, or hard for you to see your partner's ways of doing things. Your way or the highway. A lot of times y'all don't know when y'all be giving people Venus and Aries. Sometimes in y'all relationships, y'all don't know when y'all be giving people that my way or the highway energy when you're not even trying to inflict it real or for real. Like y'all don't even be knowing when y'all leave people in them circumstances sometimes. So it be like people that date Venus and Aries people, I know y'all really like them. I know y'all really like them. I know y'all really see potential in them because they tough to deal with. They tough to deal with. All right, Venus and Aries. But Venus and Aries, you gotta understand that's your karmic lesson coming here with some of that energy. You know, coming with a debilitation like that, you gotta understand you here to learn to value somebody else's passions, insight, ways of seeing and feeling things. There's gonna be times the universe may place you in situations where you gotta learn to correlate your passions and what you individually into with others, even though you don't give a fuck about doing that. You may have intentions to correlate and relate, network, and associate what you passionately individually into, but it's backed and supported by just getting your shit personally off. It's not about supporting that relationship so much. It's not about showing some value with the other things that person is into, and they what they bring into the table is just more so about how you getting your personal values off, and that could be seen sometimes. It could be seen. It could be seen. It's not even like covered up. All right, Venus and Aries, people pick up on that, and then you don't know how that could burn the bridge and make somebody not want to extend the opportunity. So it's like, I know it's hard, Venus and Aries. Sometimes I can feel like I got to do shit by myself on my own time. I can't when it comes to what I value, when it comes to my forms of I don't really want to say forms of stability. People correlate Venus to money a lot. People correlate Venus to money and career. I don't know so much about that. I know Venus is dealing with there could be alignments where Venus is a supporting career, because wherever Venus is at, it supports. So Venus is like in some earth houses or some sextiles or in trines and whatnot to, like, you know, the Saturn maybe and certain shit. But it's like, I want to just say wherever it's at, it's like career, money. But Venus and Aries, like when it comes to career, if they have a form of career or aspiration for career and they truly value that, then you just gonna see the determination towards that. Like, it ain't gonna be no daydreaming about that shit. Now Venus and Aries be dealing with a little bit of possessiveness over their values too. When we say values, people, places, and things. So if it's a career, or if it's a, you know, it could be a relationship, a person, you know, you can get a little possessive over that value, Venus and Aries. You don't get it when you want it. Want to establish your dominance and control with it. Want to let that other party know that, like, yo, I kind of need this on my time when I need it. And at times having that intent and approach, like, see, it ain't no positive and negative. This is just the energies. Is understanding what type of intent you using it with. Universe picking up on that. God know that. Like, you feel me? So when it comes to that Venus and Aries, like, it can play out selfish energies, but when you have that type of intent to what you value, you end up setting a precedent for shit. So Venus and Aries kind of make it known sometimes in their like it ain't what's the word? It ain't something that's mysterious, or it ain't you know, something that's hidden when it comes to their values or something, whether it's in friendships, relationships, business relationships, and new environments. Like, that's established. All right. So Venus and Aries, man, learn to compromise a little bit more. Know that universe gonna place you in situations. No universe gonna place you in situations where you got to do that. Okay, you got to be able to spiritually pinpoint that. Understand that there may be things that's fruitful that could align from you embracing these opportunities, even though it makes you feel vulnerable, even though it makes you feel like you could get from point A to B and do shit way better on your own. You may block opportunities thinking like that all the time, Venus and Aries. And the relationships where people just submit to you, you know, not to say that's positive or negative, at the same time, is like, it's still, you don't want to be too domineering with that energy. You know, relationships are about balance. You don't want to put blood in your hand taking advantage of that. So let's get into some celebrities with Venus and Aries. All right, we got Marilyn Monroe, Albert Einstein, Rihanna, Lady Gaga, Shakira, Mariah Carey, Bob Marley. We got Bob playing in the background right now. Jack Nicholson, Abraham Lincoln. Alright, y'all, so that's just some celebrities to throw at y'all. Eva Longoria, Johnny Cash, Tyler the Creator, Janet Jackson, Pharrell. Alright, y'all, so y'all already know what it is. It's your guy Bora, Lucky Libra. Thank you for tuning in to another one, family. And next episode we picking it up with Venus through Taurus. Until then, peace.